Comedy Film Nerds Podcast.
Now, the new trailer for Ready Player One dropped, and I will say this, like I've said this before, huge fan of the book, and it was the kind of book that you felt like, oh my God, this book was written just for me growing up in the 80s and what I used to do, everything from like watching war games to going to an arcade to playing Dungeons and Dragons. It was literally, it's all in this book. And when I see the movie, I can tell the movie goes with the trailer in a slightly different direction because it's bigger and blockbustery and Spielbergy, and also the book goes into so many pop culture references. Getting license fees and license agreements with all these things would be next to impossible. So you could see that certain things you literally couldn't get everything in from the book.
That's why you get to kill two birds with one stone, having a hack like Spielberg come in who made half these properties that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, hey, by the way, when you're directing this movie, can we just shoehorn all that stuff that you exec produced or directed?
And anything owned by Warner Brothers or DC, we can put that in. So it was the kind of movie too that I thought, well, when the rights first got snatched up, I'm like, well, I don't know who's going to be able to make this movie with all these rights issues and all the things that happen. And sure enough, Spielberg's directing it, it'll get made. Yeah. Now I'm completely convinced it's getting made. And this new trailer, it is almost like sensory overload. Like you couldn't even catch everything that's in it. Everything from like the DeLorean to the bike from Akira to everything that we're missing that's in this movie. There's a ton of stuff. So, but the one thing I liked about this trailer is it did show you what the story is. Now, basically what it is, it's a scavenger hunt, a treasure hunt to get control of this online universe called the Oasis. And whoever owns it basically gets like, they say $500 million or something like that.
Half a trillion?
Yeah, $500 billion.
I don't get out of bed for a billion.
Yeah.
You say the T word and
I'll show up.
So, and the way the story progresses,
buys
is
a lot of fake flowers.
Yeah. It's one
I'll
guy.
buy my own church.
Yeah.
Call it Graham Elwood's Parish, and all we do is make vegan smoothies and study samurai.
Yeah. And lie about flowers.
And lie about flowers. I don't lie about flowers, Chris. I'm a man of my word. Did you buy me flowers? Nope.
So the story basically is you've got a kid from the wrong side of the tracks. You've got a boy ladybird. And he lives in the equivalent of the projects, which is what I love is the vision of the future, which the quote poor area would be. It would literally be the trailers stacked on top of each other. Right. Like that's what it would be. It's like, well, no, that's how poor people live. There was no direction to go but up. Mm-hmm. So it's one trailer after another. So. But what it doesn't get into in the trailer that it does get into in the book that I'm sure is going to be in the movie is that everything happens in the Oasis. People shop, they fall in love, they live their lives there, they go to school there. So that's why it's so valuable because everyone basically lives their life through this basically online platform. And that's the story of like, okay, well, whoever can find this Easter egg that this creator that grew up in the 80s found is going to own this. So you've got, the hackers, you've got the gamers, and you've got the evil corporations all trying to get at it at the same time.
It looks fantastic. I mean, this second trailer, the first trailer I was on board with, having never read the book. And all I've heard is from Chris and Jackie Cation and multiple other people is that I need to read the book. So what have you read the book, Mark?
I have not read the book. I own the book, and it is very hard to get me to read. I am a good reader when I apply myself, but it just ain't happening. I just have too much stuff going on, and if I sit down to read a book, 5 minutes later I'm thinking I could be taking a nap. And you read Tom Brady's book, sleep and hydration are the two biggest things that men of a certain age lack. So I want to get as much sleep as possible. But
well, you could read in bed, so then when you're ready to transition, all you have to do is put it down.
I'm having some water right now to
stay
true to Tom Brady's thinking.
My other point is that now if they're making a movie about it, I don't want to read it. I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know anything going in. But I had the pleasure of being at Comic-Con this past summer in Hall H when they debut a lot of these trailers, and Spielberg's on stage talking about it. Ty Sheridan, who plays the lead in there, who's great in Mud. He's a really good actor.
Right.
A bunch of them were on stage, and they were talking about the movie. Then they showed that first trailer, and I was like, holy crap, this is going to be huge. And then the second trailer hit, and I didn't know it had dropped, and I checked my Twitter feed, and I had a bunch of people tweeting me saying I'm going to love the trailer because I am a monster Van Halen fan. I love that. And so I'm watching the trailer and I'm thinking, is it going to happen? Halfway through, when Jump kicks in, what a perfect usage of that song that came out in 1984. Still feels futuristic and fun when I hear the song, and I thought it just meshed so well with what's going on in the trailer, and it got me that much more hyped. I probably watched that thing 20 times on Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell this to you, but a fan sent this to me on Twitter, and it was literally their tweet was, Graham, what were your second and third wishes when you got the genie? And I was like, huh? And I click on the trailer, and it's Batman Ninja. This is the greatest thing I have ever seen in my life. It is an animated movie out of Japan. Junpei Mizusaki directed it. He has done a bunch of other animated things. He's done Zoo. He's been an animation department on Mega Man X7.
Is it out yet?
Oh, it's coming out in 2018.
Okay.
But Batman Ninja, you gotta watch this trailer. It's subtitled because it's all in Japanese. Batman, you're gonna think Graham is making this up.
Yeah.
If I were to make
you had a fever dream after binging the last 2 Lego movies. It's Batman Lego, Ninjago Lego, and they combine.
It's an animated film where Batman goes as a samurai to fight a bunch of Joker zombie ninjas. There's an army of ninja Jokers.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And Batman is summoned by some sort of Japanese council to fight. And so it's all just that's the whole, and the trailer, I stood up in my apartment and was shaking. It's the greatest movie I've never had. Even the Star Wars trailer, the last time I felt this way was Dark Knight trailer and Dark Knight Rises. But it's more powerful than that because this is the best of everything, and it's going to be released in Japan some point in 2018. There isn't a release date yet.
That is powerful Japanese technology to get a bat signal strong enough to where he sees it in Gotham, and he just keeps flying. He's like, "How far away is this damn signal?"
Just
Gonna get on the Batjet to
if,
get there.
Sounds
if I
awesome,
can, I'm going to go to Japan for the premiere.
Right.
That's my goal. Hopefully it'll be in April when the cherry blossoms bloom. And my favorite line from The Last Samurai is, if you were to spend your whole life looking for the perfect cherry blossom, it would not be a life wasted. So this movie, this trailer, please look at it. Batman Ninja. It's the greatest thing that's ever
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool poster.
It's
pretty cool.
fantastic.
And the next trailer is Jurassic World 2 with Chris Pratt. Now,
this looks better than the first one.
I will say, if you like watching actors run away from a green screen, you're going to love this movie.
I had a lot of apprehension when I read the description, they released the brief plot description, what you see in the trailer, a day before the trailer
You
came out.
could describe that as for any Jurassic Park movie. Brief plot.
Well, it's the Jurassic World. I loved the movie. I thought it was really well done. They captured nostalgia, gave us some new stuff. But my one issue with it was that we chewed up so much that I didn't feel like we had a real place to go for the sequel. Like you could have gone that military aspect where we're trying to stop the military from getting raptors and turning them into weapons.
Any Jurassic Park movie, there's no way to go from a sequel. There's a park. The dinosaurs get loose. They eat people.
Right.
That's it. Where else are you going to go?
And then it ends and it's great and we celebrate it.
Yeah,
and
and then we see it
sequel
again.
is, why are we going back again?
Right.
But and so I'm like, well, this doesn't make any sense. Why are we going back just to rescue the species? It's too dangerous. Why do that?
Right.
And then I watched the trailer, and then Bryce Dallas Howard is talking to Chris Pratt, and she says Blue is still alive, and that's his raptor. And all I'm seeing is the dog that I'm a stepfather of right now, Molly, half beagle, half Boston Terrier. And if she was on an island full of dinosaurs about to blow up,
and a volcano,
I would go
Yes.
and I would rescue Molly. So fine, let's go back and let's have a great adventure because these movies make me smile.
I'm always, I thought the last one was
I'm just trying to
was
envision this
fun.
island where your beagle is.
Yeah. You've never heard of Beagle Island?
Beagle Island? And there's
Yeah.
dinosaurs on it?
Yeah, no,
She's
it's
still
Beagle and
alive with
Dinosaur
all the
Island.
dinosaurs on
Yeah.
there. She's got some sort of mutant powers.
Yeah.
She's a badass.
She's like Newt from Aliens 2. So, Now, I will say this. A lot of people hated the first Jurassic World movie, and I wasn't one of them. I thought it was like big, dumb fun because it was
Which is
like...
what all Jurassic Park
Well,
movies
yeah,
are.
you go in expecting, pretty much that's it. Dinosaurs are going to be eating people, and there's going to be great special effects, and people are going to be running, yelling, run. So that's what's
run.
good. Yeah, that's what you're going to get. Although my favorite part was, because it was so ridiculous of Jurassic World, was I think it was Vincent D'Onofrio's character who wanted to militarize everything. Like I was like, you got to militarize this, and then he was like. And then he does this ridiculous speech. It's like, you got enough guns, you don't got enough people. This is gonna be chaos. Like that kind of weird. Like, okay, well, what were the direction and the notes? Be more of a caricature. So, and okay, got it. But I really think though, like you're saying, there's very other few places these movies can go. So it's either a park or an island. That's it. And you're going to be running from dinosaurs.
Yeah, so we're rescuing dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
You could, I mean, one would surmise we're going to rescue a fair amount of them. That's the other problem is that, like,
Where do you put them then?
Now I care about all these animals. If you're going to make me care about one of them, you make me care about Blue the raptor. I'm going to care about all of them. I care about the Mama T-Rex. I want all of them. So if I'm a member of PETA, am I walking out of this movie like, thank you for saving the dinosaurs? Or am I like, you saved 3 and you killed 1 billion of them?
Yeah.
What did we really accomplish here?
I'm in alone just for the underwater shot of all of they're in the pod or whatever.
Yeah, that little ball.
Looking up as all these dinosaurs are falling off of a cliff
Right.
into the water. I'm just like, all right. And the dinosaurs some of them are on their side. I don't know what's going on. I don't care. I'm ready.
It's going to be a summer blockbuster.
Big bucket of popcorn,
Yeah.
June 22nd,
Big,
and
loud,
just shove it in your face. man.
dumb dinosaurs, dogs and cats living
Yes.
with each other.
Mass hysteria.
It will make hundreds of millions of dollars. It doesn't matter.
And 15 of those are going to be mine.
Yes. And, whenever you see a Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movie, every effects artist in Hollywood got to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They all
yeah.
did it. They all did some sort of brush on Photoshop.
Right.
With it, so.
So you're employing a lot of visual effects artists.
Hot shot